And then I just took it and said, thanks, because I didn't want to do this anymore. And then he...
Dude, my pants are also
normally?
way too tight. Oh.
Why are yours tight?
Because I just washed them.
Oh, okay.
Look at
I
this.
just bought mine.
Look at this. Look at this, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's another hole. Allie's proud of her pants holes for some reason.
What do you mean proud of my pants holes?
I don't know. You're always showing me holes you have in your pants.
No, I wasn't pointing at the hole. I was pointing at like how it's all gathered.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the fuck,
I
Brittany?
just missed you.
Do you have something you have to say? I missed you too. Fuck. That's all.
Are we going, Maxim, by the way? Okay, cool.
You're like, cut that.
I come in hot trying to make Allie feel insecure about pointing out holes in her pants.
And then you end up being wrong, and then you're like, but I'm just a little guy.
I'm sorry,
who
I
missed
just like you. There was one time that I remember you're like, I got a hole here, I got a hole here, I got 2 holes on the back of my pockets.
Yeah.
My underwear shows through now.
Yeah, that's one pair of pants that
I remembered that because now when I see those pants, I'm like, she's right.
Pants.
Her underwear does show.
I know. And I put them on and act like it's not happening.
I think it looks fine though. I think it looks cool.
You think it's cool?
I'm surprised no other pants, like no hole. You know when holes come in style from time to time?
Yeah.
They never go with pocket holes.
Holes in the pockets.
Like a small hole
people use pockets
next to the butt. You'd think they would try that.
Yeah, I'm bringing them back.
Because they're doing like way up to the, like above the thigh.
I know, yeah.
Why wouldn't they do a hole next to the butt pockets?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm talking like I've thought about this a lot. I haven't. I really haven't.
I don't think most people like their underwear showing through their jeans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's similar to leggings. I don't know. I could see people who like thought it was sexy.
Yeah.
You know, and we're comfortable with it or something.
No, totally.
I don't know. I don't know style at all.
Anyway, welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Welcome to Worthless Clowns. We're back. Well, it's just another week for you, but...
I know. We haven't seen each other in probably like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so this is us actually catching up.
Yeah.
Instead of knowing everything about each other's lives before we do this.
Let us know if it feels different.
Yeah. Let us know if it seems like we're not really pretending anymore to be like, oh... That's what happened to you this week?
That's how you sound all the time, though.
I do.
Welcome to Worthless Clowns. It's a podcast about how stupid we all are.
What's up? I'm Brittany Cardwell. Oh, I forgot how to do the intro. Bertonis Cardwell's my Instagram.
And I'm Ali O'Neill. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill. Follow the pod at Worthless Clowns. Subscribe to our YouTube. And give me a kiss.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and we're letting our little feet out in some of the YouTube episodes.
Ooh,
you won't know which ones.
You don't know which ones.
So click through everyone.
Make sure you check for feet. Oh, you know what? I looked at our when they show you like recently subscribed, it organizes them by the most the people who have the most YouTube subscribers.
Oh.
So the first one is Tim McLaughlin, who is on our pod.
Oh.
Second one is Mike Racine, who is on our pod. Third one.
We said we wouldn't mention Mike again. I know. You got me again.
You got me again. And then the third one is a guy with 500 subscribers whose avatar is a picture of women's feet. And then I went to his YouTube channel and he has no videos, but he has 500 subscribers.
Wow.
I don't know. I've no it's a fucking anomaly.
Does he put up crazy videos and take them down all the time?
I don't know. I haven't had enough time to like check in on him every day.
Out.
Yeah, I got to figure out how he has 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know if there's like a way that you can be like a private YouTube channel where it's like you have to subscribe in order to see the videos. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But fascinating.
Yeah. Wow. So the feed thing is working.
I guess. We didn't even post that episode yet, though.
We didn't even post it. But we have our only socks on all the time. It's like wearing underwear.
That's true. It's like wearing underwear.
I don't know.
It's like wearing underwear.
How have you been? How was your week?
It was good.
Oh, I know it was good. We haven't caught up, but I know.
Okay, I'm not going to say any fucking names or anything, but I was at Ambush the other day, and Shane Torres was there, former guest.
Yep.
And he was like, hey, Ali, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing pretty good. And he's like,
She's like, I'm doing really good.
I know. It was a little bit like that. And then he was like, why? Like mad suspicious. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, oh, I see. Allie's got a new kissing partner.
Yeah, here we go.
And it was really funny. And I'm like, what does it say about me that I'm like, I'm doing well? And then he's like, what
yeah, because you always say I'm doing regular.
I do. Yeah.
He was waiting for that, and he was going to make he was probably going to like, I don't know, roast you for that.
Yeah, he does love to be doing that.
Yes. And he was probably excited, and then you threw him off by being genuinely happy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, so Allie's got a new kissing partner, but...
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, whatever.
Yeah, let's wait till it falls apart.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Let me wait for it to fall apart so that I can tell all the funny stories on this pod.
Yeah. Man, there's a story I got to tell you after the pod. I wish I could tell it now.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I can't tell it on the pod. She's kicking me.
What the fuck is going on?
It's not what you think it is.
We should have hung out.
It's not what you think
We should have hung out before this. You're insane.
I know. I'm going crazy. Sometimes we have to warm up with our friendship so that I could do this.
Yes, you could be normal a little bit for once. Jesus Christ. You're like, I wish there's a story that I will tell you after the pod, and I can't tell it on the pod, but I wish I could tell you on the pod.
Unfortunately. Also, oh.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm crying.
Oh, God.
There's something so funny that happened this week, though. Maybe we'll tell it on a Patreon someday. It was so funny, but I can't tell it. And
Okay.
You'll see why later.
Yeah, I'll see.
But man, good week. Good week.
I love when you cry from laughing and then you come down from it and you're like, oh, brother. And you just like seem exhausted.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, boy.
I am exhausted now. But there's one thing I told you about already that was, wait, did we finish your updates?
That's like the only thing that's been going on in my life.
Yeah.
We've been going hard and heavy.
Yeah. Good.
I mean, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, when you hang out with somebody way too much and then you're like, is this too much?
You're like, who am I now?
Yeah, I'm like, am I doing this too much?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'll see.
We saw each other Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're seeing each other tonight, and then we're seeing each other tomorrow at your thing.
Oh, shit.
Because he's like a friend.
Yes.
So, like, I see him around all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, is this too much?
And what are you going to do? Show up and not hang because you need time alone?
Yeah, and I'm like, don't fucking look at me. Don't fucking look at me.
Yeah.
It's one of our giddiest
Stand
pods.
in the corner.
You don't fucking know me. I yell at him and point at him like this, which you love.
Yeah.
That's literally all that's going on in my fucking life.
Mm-hmm. I told you this story earlier this week where I was away for 2 weeks in Cleveland with Ali and Eitan.
Oh, we didn't even fucking talk about Cleveland.
We didn't talk about Cleveland. There's so much to talk about.
So much to catch up on.
But
let's leave some for today and some for tomorrow.
Yeah. So I was away for the last couple weeks traveling, and I went home for like a week of it. Anyway, I come back to New York.
Home to Washington.
Washington State. Giving out a lot of information here.
Uh-oh, they're going to find your family. Even though they already have your dad's phone number.
Unfortunately, I can't say more on that. They have my dad's number. Yeah. He never got a call, I don't think.
Good.
I kind of wish he got one call.
I wish he got a prank call.
Yeah.
Dude, they should fucking call him on S&D.
Yes.
We should have a crossover.
We really should.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun.
That'd be great.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
You should go on as a guest and then have like one of them call your dad.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, S&D is a
podcast produced by the studio, which is fucking
it's so
hilarious.
Funny. And they prank call businesses.
Yeah, and they're both so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
They're so ridiculous.
So I'll go on and I'll call my own father pretending to be a customer ordering one of his toilets.
Well, I think you shouldn't call him.
No.
I think they should call him and do their thing. Yeah.
Yes. That'd be much better. Oh, yeah, because he'll recognize my voice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's very clear.
Yeah.
Unless I do one of those like muffle things you do when you kidnap somebody.
And you're like, I'd like to buy a toilet.
I'd like to buy a toilet. It gets rid of the odor, right?
I got a lot of odor.
What's the name of that thing? Josh Coupler?
Oh my God. Dude, yes, you should give them all the information about your dad's toilets. So he asks, they ask all the right questions.
And my dad will be so impressed that they did their research on it.
He'll be like, maybe I should start the business up again.
You know, my dad reads instruction manuals every time he buys a new device.
Oh, my dad is the same
way. He expects us all to do the same thing.
He's like, wait, you don't know what's happening?
Yeah.
You didn't read the entire instruction manual? It's the way that they act excited about a new thing.
For a new hairdryer that probably works the same as your last hairdryer.
Yeah.
You didn't read the instruction manual? He'll get mad at my mom and say that's why. That's why he's mad.
What an insane thing to say. And say that's why. We all know why, though.
Anyway, I come home from Washington. I arrive in New York Sunday morning. I did a red-eye flight. Man, I got some complaints about this neck pillow I bought, but I'll do that later.
I'll do it off the pod.
And I fly in, I get to New York. I nap all day because I didn't sleep on the plane. And then I go out and do a show, right?
Yeah.
Which I wish I didn't agree to the show.
Oh, Secret Sauce.
Secret Sauce. I'm glad to do it, but I'm always mad at myself when I agree to do a show the day I fly in.
Yeah.
Or the day after or something.
Yeah,
I'm so exhausted.
Uh-huh.
So I get there. Oh, I'm on my way to the show. I get off Union Square and I have my headphones in and stuff. And this guy taps me on the shoulder and I turn and he tries to give me a flower. And then I'm like, no thanks. You know?
My God, this story.
Yeah. And then he puts it in my face again. And then I just took it and said, thanks, because I didn't want to do this anymore. And then he... I'm breaking up with him. I don't want to do this.
I didn't want to do this anymore. Also, every man who's ever like, why do women do things they don't want? They're like, we want whatever's happening to be over.
We want it to end.
We just don't want it to happen.
Hit us because of how we ended it.
Yes.
So we got to end it nice.
So you're like, I guess I'll take the fucking flower or else this guy will slice my face open or something.
Yeah. I don't know what's in his other hand, you know? My dad would be so proud that I thought of that.
Yeah.
You gotta be a defensive driver.
It's actually unsafe not to drive defensively. That's what my dad used to say.
So he hands me the flower. I'm like, okay, thanks. Then he tries to hold my hand. And then I walk away, right?
Yeah.
So real weird interaction. Not actually that uncommon in New York. But I just got back in. I'm going to the show. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking down the street holding this flower. And I'm like, I couldn't let go of it. And I held it for 10 minutes. And the whole time I was like, man, I'm doing this because I don't want him to see me throw it to the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't want him.
Why didn't you turn around and check to see if he was there?
I couldn't really remember. I wasn't confident about what he looked like or anything. The interaction was real brief. I also didn't want him to see me turning around. But what was funny about it is I held it for 10 minutes all for him.
All for this guy, yeah.
I was making him comfortable about him making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Trying to make it look like it wasn't creepy because I kept a flower in my hand.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And also, I just imagined that he was still watching me for that long or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I took a rape defense class in college as my gym class or whatever, my physical education credit. And they say, if you think somebody's following you, you should turn around and look at them and be like, I know you're there, and now I know what you look like.
You told me that once, and I've used it a couple times.
I do it all the time. If somebody's behind me, I'm like...
Yeah.
Go on the YouTube to see what I did.
Yeah, it was good. I don't even know what to say about it.
I
it was
looked
just
like
so
The
good.
Rock.
Yeah, you did. You kind of did the eyebrow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good move.
The eyebrow?
Yeah.
Make sure they see your eyebrow so they know you're fucking serious, dude.
So those are my updates for now. Others to come. You got a stupid story?
I do. Okay. So I was an incredibly...
Wait. You just said okay? You want to know what ran through my mind when you said okay?
Yeah.
An image of that green check sign emoji flashed into my mind.
Wait, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this.
I use it too much because I think it's so stupid,
funny.
But now it's a real thing.
Well, the reason why you started doing that is because I have a saying, I have a little quip that works for any situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I always I say God bless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, my grandma died, God bless. It's like, I'm here, God bless.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can use God bless in any situation.
Yeah.
It's just like an acknowledgement
Yeah.
of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, man, I gotta get something like that. And so you rattled your brain.
And I went with the green check mark.
Green check mark emoji.
Must have been a while when we did that, because
that was
I don't use it anymore like that.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But you use it for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So now it's a meme within our friendship.
Yeah, it is. I had used it before because
Mhm.
I thought it was funny. Like, it's so corporate, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember I was like texting some dude, and I didn't really know him that well. And I used it being like, this is funny because it's too corporate. But he probably just like thinks it's boring.
Yeah, he's probably like, what?
And I remember feeling like the conversation started to be slower after that. I might have just read into it, but I think he thought that was my personality. It's green check mark emoji.
Dude, I think I said this on the pod before. My dad, he's a pastor, he's really Christian or whatever. And I don't think he knows that a cross emoji exists.
Oh, I don't know if you told him the pod, but you definitely have told me.
So he'll be like, Happy Easter, and then it'll be like, plus.
So funny.
And I think that, like, I could imagine a world where my dad is like, yeah, of course they don't have a cross emoji. Everybody hates the Christians.
Yeah.
We're being oppressed.
Yeah.
There's no cross emoji. And he definitely has no idea how to search for emojis.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't want to take a lot of time searching for it. And so he just does Happy Easter plus.
And he thinks he found a loophole that Jesus is proud of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, you didn't even start your story because you said okay.
And you got all distracted.
And I thought of the check mark.
Yeah.
And I was like, we got to talk about the check mark. How is anyone friends with me if I do this kind of thing?
I don't know.
I guess I only let it out this much with you, though.
You.
I miss you too. That's enough.
All right, let's stop being gay on the pod. Okay, so when I was in high school, or like middle school and early high school, I was like incredibly goth, right?
Yeah.
And so
I'm
like,
aware.
Yeah, I was like so fucking goth, dude. It was insane. And like, I remember like living in Boston, Massachusetts, and my mom would take me to like Supercuts to get a haircut.
Yeah.
And I would bring in like,
they always mess up.
I would bring in photos of like people who are famous on MySpace for being goth.
Oh yeah.
And it was like insane hairstyles. Like, let me
Did
get
you know a
visual.
girl named Danica by any chance?
No.
She was so goth and so beautiful. And I used to go to all these like emo, screamo shows. And she was like the pretty girl everyone wanted to sleep with.
Yeah.
And so then I wanted to be her.
Oh, yes.
You know?
I remember like longingly, like I would bring in pictures of like this. It's like the really swoopy deep side bang.
About this.
And then like the spiky hair in the back, and it's like huge, and then like straight, and it's like all different
and it's
colors.
almost like raccoon print, like layers are put in there.
Yeah.
Like striped hair.
It's like black and white striped horizontal hair. Yeah, it's like so bananas.
Oh my God, I forgot about this hairstyle.
Yeah, and I would bring
It's also like Noel, you remember Noel Fielding, that like British comedian? That's how his hair is.
Oh.
And I bet he's not changed it. I feel like that was his whole look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I believe you. It's so ridiculous.
This is so bad.
I would bring that in. I would bring that in to Supercuts to get a $15 haircut.
It's a very complicated cut.
Yeah, and also
because it's like mullet-y almost.
Also, when you're a kid, like, so there was like a 50-year-old lady who like chain smokes. Who's like, how you doing, sweetheart? She's like smoking while she's cutting like my hair and being like, oh yeah, I can do that.
She watches the Golden Girls.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't know like about.
Like, imagine Linda cutting my hair like that. And then I would get haircuts and hate it every time.
Yeah.
And also, a thing that I didn't understand when I was that young is like, that so much is styling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to leave the hair salon looking like that.
No, not
you
at
know?
all. No.
And so, like, yeah, it was so bananas. Anyway, so I I actually tried to get into my MySpace.
You're like, I'm not going to leave the salon looking like this porcupine.
Yeah, I
I was trying to think what animal that reminded me of.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like...
It looks like one of those fancy birds.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a male bird
And they're
trying
all
to like attract
fluffed
a
up
mate.
because it's the season.
Yeah, they're like, I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like that fucking goth. And like, do you remember on MySpace there's like a subculture of like emo and scene kids where they would all have their emo name?
Probably. I feel like I wasn't on MySpace enough. I was on enough to like see friends' profiles and be like, I wish I was
It would
that
be
girl.
like Jessie Slaughter.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like they would
Yeah.
have like insane names. Hold on, I want to find like a list of ones.
Mine was probably, I don't even know what my name was. It was probably just the same as my like AOL Instant Messenger name or something.
Yeah. Hold on.
Wait, while you're saying that, my Instant Messenger name was I Have Toes 11. And I just...
Are you fucking
No.
kidding me?
No.
I have toes.
And I just remembered one time
11?
this guy that I barely knew from a different school messaged me and was like mad about the screen name I had. Because his was I Eat Snow and then probably some numbers or
And
whatever.
he's like, you're copying.
He
you're
thought I was
copying me."
copying him. And
Yeah.
I'm like, these are, it starts with I,
Oh my god.
but it has nothing, they don't have anything to do with each other.
Okay, I can't find. I want to like. I was trying to look up like a list of like scene kid names as examples,
Mm-hmm.
so people could like get an idea of it, but I can't find it. But
Mm.
anyway, so my name's Ali, which is spelled Ali,
Got it?
and then I decided to be Ali Terror.
Oh, Ali Terror.
Ali Terror,
Ali Terror.
and this was not too far after 9/11.
Oh.
And so like my MySpace like emo kid persona was like Ali Terror, and I was like and like taking pictures in the park and shit, and like with like way too much exposure.
Did you notice? Did you like put this together at the time at
No,
all?
my mom found out and was like, Ali, you're gonna be on a fucking government watch list. Change it.
Man.
So they were like, oh my God, we almost got her. She's in Boston, Massachusetts. And then they look at pictures of me and I'm like, I have pink hair and shit.
Yeah.
I tried to get into my MySpace
I've
today
seen
and I
that
couldn't.
pink hair. It's in one of the photos.
Yeah,
early
yeah.
photos. Yeah. Why were we doing that?
I don't know. I wish
I think we
knew,
just had
dude.
so much time and like
Yeah.
we did a lot of like weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like, did I tell you about how we used to mimic Tom Green?
No.
And we one time like we would film stuff all the time
Mhm.
and we were interviewing a bunch of people once on it was like our friends and Sierra's mom and stuff. But we had put poop on a spoon.
Poop on a dog.
Yeah,
You
dog
you
poop on
guys
a
pooped
spoon.
on a dog.
And then we're interviewing people with the spoon with dog poop on it.
That's so funny. That's actually so good.
It's ridiculous.
Wait, is that a Tom Green bit?
I feel like he did something like that.
Yeah,
or,
I feel like that too.
Or we were like, he would do this.
Yeah.
Or something.
If you came up with that being like, this is like Tom Green, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But I think I've seen it before.
He probably did do that. And we were like, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Because we also repeated something he did exactly, which was celery generals. Do you remember this?
No.
You build a little man out of celery and carrots, and then you put it in the street and wait for cars to run over it, and you get like points for it getting run over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that for a few hours.
We did that with trash.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
being a kid and throwing stuff into the street to see cars hit it was like so invigorating.
Seeing stuff get hit, man. Have you ever gone to a dumpster and just thrown a TV down? Like,
Yes.
you know?
Dude, me and my brother used to do this
God,
shit
I
all
miss-
the time.
I miss
with
that.
the trash we would bring home.
Yeah.
We would be like my brother would like find a TV that doesn't work on the road and bring it home, and then we just destroy it. And that's just what we did.
Yeah.
Like that was like so much of my childhood
Same.
was just like destroying things for no reason.
Yeah.
Like when I used to light shit on fire all the time.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Man,
God.
I should have got more into that. I didn't really get into that. Wait, why did this come up?
Because I was talking about, because you did the name and then the whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But do you have a stupid story?
Oh, yeah, man, we gotta get to stories.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, while I was at home, I went to play pickleball with my mom.
Fun.
Pickleball is becoming
It's huge.
a sensation.
especially amongst the AARP
elderly
members.
Yeah. That's
trying to
what
be
they like
nice.
to be referred to as.
Yeah. Respectfully, the people who use AARP.
Yeah. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, fun.
Oop.
Is it just tennis? No, it's ping pong on a tennis court, right?
Basically. And then they have a bunch of weird, like, different rules.
Yeah.
But it feels like ping pong on a tennis court.
Okay.
We went to a class, which I normally would not opt to do, but I was just there to hang out with my mom, all right? I'm a good girl, okay? And we showed up.
Did you say you're a little girl?
No, I said I'm a good girl, which is, I don't know which is worse.
Which is gross.
Yes.
Disgusting, dude.
But is it worse to say I'm a good girl or a bad girl?
I think it's worse to
I
say
think
good
it's
girl.
bad either way from me.
Yeah. We're cutting all this out.
Yeah, we got to cut this out.
Anyway, you were being a good girl and playing pickleball with your mom.
I was being a good girl. I was playing pickleball with my mom. And we were just like in this class, right? And this is a really short story, but at some point the instructor she'd come up and like, she'd be like, hey, you could do it this way instead. She's giving strategies and stuff.
Yeah.
She was really into
like a
it.
yoga class.
She cared so much about
Nice.
pickleball and like creating a team of good pickleball players for their pickleball members, like membership or whatever. They have like a big competition. It's a tiny town.
Dude, she's like scouting talent.
She's scouting talent. So she cared. She really wanted to see people do well.
Yeah.
And like see who was going to be good and like useful for the teams.
Yeah.
And she did not know that I wasn't there for that at all. But
yeah. Dude, imagine if she saw you and she was like, God, that's the best goddamn pickleball player I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
She was like, you gotta move back here, Brittany. I've been telling you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I don't want to do it. And then you do it a little bit and then she dies and then you try to do it more.
Yeah.
That's a Lifetime movie.
Yeah. Her name was Vicky.
You win the competition and you see her head in the clouds.
Yeah. So she comes over one time to give me some strategy, right?
Mhm.
I'm like standing at this line that's called the kitchen line, where you're not supposed to go over it. If you do and do a certain type of move, you get a fault. You don't need to really understand any of it.
Yeah.
But basically she came over and I'm at the line and she asked me, she's like, okay, look over the net. Can you see the other player's feet? And I could see their feet, right?
Over the net?
Well, she didn't say over the net. She said, look, can you see the other player's feet?
Oh, but you saw the feet through the net.
I saw the feet through the net. So
and
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah. And she's like, you can see the feet right now? And I was like, yeah. And then she came and stood near where I was. And she's like, you see the feet? And I'm like, yes. Because I thought she just meant, do you see them at all?
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, well, move up a little bit. And then she's like, now do you see the feet? And I was like, no. Because the feet, it wasn't the feet, it was the toes. Because the toes were now covered by the white line at the top of the net.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I can't see the toes.
This is such a Brittany thing.
She got so mad at me. She got so pissed off. And then she's like, what? You can't see the feet? And then she's like, okay, move back. Can you see the feet now? Through the net. And then I finally was like, oh, yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh my God. That's such a Brittany thing of like not understanding what's going on, but also being like, yeah, I can see the feet. I don't understand what you're fucking saying right now. Like, that is such a you thing, dude. It's so funny. Where you're just,
she thinks
you're like, are we all living in the same world right now?
I know. She thinks I'm like trying to piss her off, but I was genuinely like trying to do well and wanting her to think I was a good student, even though I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm just like trying to answer genuinely.
Yeah.
And trying to be a good girl, playing pickleball with my mom. And she's like getting mad at me. My mom's probably embarrassed.
Yeah, your mom's like, God damn it, my fucking daughter's so dumb.
She's trying to pull a bit on this pickleball lady who's like 70 years old.
She was 70?
No.
Oh.
They're definitely like in their 60s though.
Oh, gotcha.
It was like all old people and then me.
Yeah.
And they were just waiting for me to act like an idiot like I did.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's my story. I got a bunch of other family stories, but We can talk about them another pod.
Okay, sick. Should we get into the posty?
Mm-hmm. I'll pull it up.
Oh, also, we should point out that Brittany's wearing her racist dog shirt today.
Yes, I am.
Pretty sick.
The shirt that I thought was racist and worried a lot about it. And turns out both dogs were good dogs.
They were good boys.
Yeah, you should check out the other episode where we talked about that and the clip. Or whatever. We don't care who likes us or not. We posted a clip and everyone's so pissed off.
Dude, everyone's so mad.
But everyone who's pissed also liked it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Wait, can we read some of the... Do you think we have time?
Yeah. Oh, do we have time? Yeah, we have time.
Okay, all right.
Maybe we can do it after the post.
Yeah, okay. If we have time, we'll do it.
And if not, it'll be in a future episode.
Logistics of the pod, guys. Check off your bingo cards.
Check off your bingo card. Fuck, I should have pulled this up before. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here's the post. So,
we're going to read a post from an internet user who we think is doing something stupid.
Yeah.
From reddit.com.
.com. What's that from?
Wait, it's a commercial. It's like
a commercial.
.com.
It's not Expedia, right?
No, it's stupidvideos.com.
Oh, maybe a lot
It was like an intro for stupid. It was like before YouTube.
Yeah, maybe a lot of commercials use it though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I really thought it was
thinking of a
stupid
different
videos.
One. All right, here's the post. So, am I the asshole for making a game out of my friend's pregnancy? A friend of mine, Mary, 31, female, that seemed to be true details right there, is pregnant again, which is great for her. She's excited about it. The issue is that once Mary's pregnant, that's literally all she'll talk about. Or she'll find a way to loop her pregnancy into every conversation, even if it's not remotely related to it. Example number 1.
I love lists. Dude.
I love lists too.
Lists are so funny, and I don't know why. Number 1, bird seed.
I think
Second, suet.
I know the bird seed one. I think it's partly because the argument is so structured that you know they're that pissed that they listed and outlined.
They really did a lot of work.
And they moved points around and everything. All right, so example number 1. My partner and I recently went out on a short trip for a wedding and posted a pic to our group chat with us holding the drinks. Sorry, I read that so weird. Mary's response. Wow, I wish I could have a drink right now. Too bad I can't because of the pregnancy. Example number 2. I mentioned how I've been modifying some documents for some college courses I teach in the aforementioned chat. Mary's response. I hate the word aforementioned, by the way. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Mary's response. Okay, so she's talking about modifying documents for college courses. Oh, wow. That sounds hard. Almost as hard as decorating the nursery I've been doing.
What? Shut the fuck
And then proceeds to spam pictures of the nursery.
Oh, my God.
Example number 3. Man, when she said unrelated, these are really unrelated.
Yeah. It's a reach, dude.
Yeah. Example number 3. My partner is debilitatingly afraid of needles, but had to get some blood work done and mentioned it in the chat. Mary's response. Oh, honey, then don't look up what an epidural needle is. That's what I'm going to have to deal with soon. There's lots of exclamation points. Like she's like.
Also, okay, first of all, we know people like this.
Oh, yeah. Big
Second
time.
of all, like it sounds like people are just like bringing things up in the chat and being like, hey, I'm doing this thing. And it's like, she could talk about her pregnancy stuff in this way and be like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm decorating the nursery. But it's weird that she's like piggybacking on somebody else's thing.
She feels like she has to wait until it's relevant. So then she makes it relevant even though it's not.
Or she just wants her thing to be the most important.
Yeah.
So it's like, she's trying to like cover up other people's things with her baby stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Or maybe people didn't ask her as much this time around because she did this the first time.
Yeah, and they were like,
and now there's less questions and she feels like people don't care, but it's more they don't want to spark it because she does this.
Yeah, maybe.
That's probably it. Because the way the person introduced it, she was like, she's pregnant again, which is great, except she does this. Like last time, it was the same.
Yeah.
These are just 3 very, very small examples. So they're
very,
worse.
very small.
I'd like to see one of the worst examples.
I know. Being like, your mom died? That's crazy. Maybe my baby will be her.
Your mom had a tumor in her neck? Well, I
that she
feel
got
like
taken
this
out?
baby's a little tumor in my stomach sometimes. Like, I don't know, it's just like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Donald Trump's mugshot? Well, I also took a picture of my baby in my tummy. It's an ultrasound. Here it is.
And I didn't take it. It's really done through this other process. It's not an actual picture. It's more like an estimate of a picture. Ask me about it. Okay, so these are just 3 very small examples. It's not uncommon for comments like these to happen literally every single day to the point where I've muted the chat. Oh, I've done that before with the same type of person in a chat. Muted the chat.
Yeah.
Only because of that person.
I've done that as well.
Yeah. It's frustrating because I want to talk to the other people in the chat as well, but I don't want to just make a chat without her and seem like a dick and exclude her from our non-pregnancy conversation. This is a non-pregnancy chat.
If I were in this chat, I would change the name of the chat to No Pregnancy Talk.
Also,
and then I would change the picture to a picture of a pregnant lady with like a Ghostbusters symbol over it.
The not symbol for you is the Ghostbusters symbol.
Yeah. What else is it called?
Yeah. You know what's frustrating, and maybe why the group is frustrated, is like most of the points this lady seems to bring up are just so hack as part of a pregnancy.
Yeah.
Can't drink, epidural,
Yeah.
nursery.
Yeah.
Like, isn't there something you'd like to talk about that's more specific and unique that you didn't experience before? Maybe?
Yeah, or maybe like your very specific experience with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's actually relatable. Not relatable, but a way of like sharing that builds friendships.
Yes. Yeah, totally. No, I agree. She
could be more strategic
I
with
know.
the pregnancy talk.
This person doesn't seem super self-aware.
No.
Anyway.
No. My partner was also a bit annoyed with the chat, so we made a game. Every time Mary tries to shift the conversation to her pregnancy, we put money into a jar, and it has a sticker on it that says, "Pregnancy mentions emotional support fund." Silly, I know, but it was funny the time.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Me too.
I love making fun of people.
When I'm pissed about something that's annoying and I can't talk about it and it won't go away, that's the way to deal with it.
Yes.
That's processing it.
Yeah.
Oh, we both hate this.
You're
It's
making it
funny.
silly.
Yeah. A friend came for lunch and saw the jar. It's an old cookie jar. He went to grab a cookie but found money instead. And asked about it, and we had a laugh. This friend also said they were annoyed by the constant pregnancy mentions. What I didn't think they would do is throw it in Mary's face when they were arguing.
Oh my God. Well, everybody doesn't want to hear about your stupid fucking baby.
There's a cookie jar with your name on it in Greg's house.
It's the name of the pod. Sorry. Sorry to do that.
Yeah, that's a good title of the pod. There we go. That's another bingo. When we find a title for the pod and we take a break from the pod to
be like,
edit our pod.
I know.
God.
Live edit our pod.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, we suck. We suck eggs.
Sorry, I gotta say it. You said we suck eggs, and I thought of that Tim Robinson sketch with the eggs, with the egg game. That's probably one of my favorites.
It's so funny. And he's like, what? What? I put in like 40 eggs. And then it just shows the egg's asshole. It's so funny. And he's getting like reamed by his boss.
And he's like explaining it to his boss and the other coworker like they're in it and they're involved and they care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I gotta rewatch that. Okay, a friend came for lunch, saw the jar. I didn't think they'd throw it in Mary's face when they were arguing. When she found out, she completely blew up on us and says that we're just bitter and jealous and that she won't be mentioning her pregnancy anymore to us. Okay, that was determined to be a lie, as she literally posted it in our group chat. A video of the baby kicking. That you can post.
Yeah.
That's
cute.
It's cute. It's kind of a momentous event.
Yeah.
For the pregnancy or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway. However, she's being passive aggressive with her comments towards us. I know some people don't want to hear about my pregnancy, but is pretty common. I've just been ignoring the chat ever since. That's happened to me before where I'll like tell someone directly like, hey, there's this thing it's really important to me that you don't bring it up because it's like difficult for me. And it's like, it's not really helpful. And you have a lot of people you can talk to about it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like personal where it's like every time they say, you know what I'm talking about. Every time they say it, it reminds me of the thing they did that hurt me.
Yeah, like when talking
and then
about
I'm
it
trying
hurts
to
your
like
feelings.
deal with.
Yeah.
And then they bring it up over and over. And I'm like, then I'll be like, hey, you keep bringing this up. And it's like, it's kind of like negative for me.
And then they're like, oh, I guess I can't talk about it. And you're like, dude, I'm trying to like keep us friends.
Yes, exactly.
If you keep bringing this up, it's going to keep making me feel bad around you. Yeah. And I don't want to feel bad around you because I like you as a friend.
Is if you,
and
I want to feel better.
Oh, I guess I won't bring it up anymore then.
Guess I won't bring up the thing that hurts you so bad.
Yeah, so insane.
And then they do that. They'll bring it up and be like, well, I'm not allowed to talk about that. And then say the thing. And it's like, now you're bringing it up and telling me I wasn't allowed to tell you how I felt.
You're making me sad by bringing it up. And then also you're making me feel like a dick for asking you politely not to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I feel kind of bad because she's just excited and she's sharing her joy. But I mean, she's right. I really don't want to hear about her pregnancy anymore. And I'm profiting off her. Am I profiting off her by being annoying?
She thinks she's making all of the money.
Between her and her boyfriend?
Yeah.
She's making like $10.
I know, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not making any money, right? Because each time it's mentioned,
they put money in the emotional.
They put money in the jar.
Yeah, but also I don't know what they're doing with the money.
Yeah, like who does it go to? This actually, now I'm like, this part doesn't make any sense.
If I were this person, I would be like, because it's like an emotional support fund.
Yeah.
For every time she brings up the pregnancy.
Right.
Then I would take everybody who's affected by it out and put that down as like the tab.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And then you can rant about it there if you want.
Yeah.
Or it can be a non-pregnancy environment.
Yeah. Which most environments should be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to like be on her side a little bit. Like if a friend is excited, I do want to be excited for them.
But she's going about it in a shitty way.
She's going about it in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's like you're not letting other people talk about what's going on in their lives.
Yes.
You're like, now we got to talk about, oh, you're scared of needles and you're a little worried about a procedure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you finish that thought. Yeah. I'm going to tell you about an epidural needle that I haven't had. Like, it's in the future.
Yeah. She's diminishing everybody's feelings by bringing up the pregnancy thing because she's like, oh, you're afraid of needles? Well, I have an epidural. Oh, you're doing this thing? Well, you know, it's harder.
Yeah.
Decorating a nursery. Yeah. You know, it's like, that's the shittiest way to go about it.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the end of the post?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if it's partly, I think some people, when they become pregnant and maybe they are quitting their job or something.
Yeah.
I think maybe sometimes it can make people a bit insecure about like what they're doing with their life.
Yeah, because people don't think that being a mother is work.
Yeah. And so I think sometimes you have to like show it and prove that it's hard work.
And be like, it is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it's stressful and a struggle and everything, which it is.
Yes.
But
no, it 100% is.
That's a different.
But also the world doesn't stop when you have a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, your world stops.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to take care of a child.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody else, somebody can be afraid of needles if you're pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. That's mad annoying.
Mm.
I don't think that person's the asshole.
No, me
I think
either.
that the person who's the asshole is the one who brought it up and told the lady when they got in a fight.
Oh, I do think that person's an asshole.
This seems like...
You can't do that.
Yeah. Being like, hey, well, guess what? All your friends fucking hate you and your dumb baby.
And they're profiting off of you.
Yeah, I know.
She's probably the one that worded it that way.
Yeah, I know.
And now that's why this person's like, yeah, I guess I am making a profit. It's my own money.
Yeah.
But now it's building up in a jar.
Yeah. This is my only savings account, and it's because you keep talking about your dumb pregnancy.
Yeah, yeah.
She's finding financial security.
Yeah. I don't need a 401k. She's like, it's like a commercial for a friend like this. You get a friend like this who makes you so mad that you have to develop a game.
Yeah.
You have like such a huge savings account.
Yeah. There's this like thing that I think my ex-boyfriend told me once where he's like, oh, there's this great idea where it's like, if you have a deadline that you're working towards, in order to make you do it, if you don't do it by a certain time, you write a check for a charity you don't like and you have to send it if you don't do it by the deadline. And
that only works if you tell someone and you're held accountable.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
well, you lose the money.
Yeah. But otherwise, you just don't do it because you're like,
Yeah, that's true.
nobody knows.
Yeah. That is true.
It's a lie to myself.
This was also the boyfriend who loved Jordan Peterson. So.
Oh, man. It's crazy we both had one of those.
I know, but mine was like good.
Yours was good, though.
Yeah.
I think you can go in and back out of being a Jordan Peterson guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he still is. I haven't talked to him, but I remember him being like, I really have to get my life together. Even though everything is great for him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, God, one time I got drunk and threw up in my bed. Now that was rock bottom for me. And I'm like, you mean college? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The Jordan Peterson book, though, you know that I've read it because you know the story that I haven't told on the pod about the Jordan Peterson book.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which I will tell. But so I ended up reading the whole thing because of my ex.
Mm-hmm.
And as much fun as people make out of it, there are some good things in it. I don't remember what they were, but I remember being like, this guy does have a lot of bad ideas.
Well, it wouldn't.
But not all the content is that bad.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be successful if every idea was bullshit.
No.
Like, you have to hide, like, nuggets of truth that are, like, actual good information in there.
That's how you bring people in.
Exactly, yeah.
You have to look like you have some authority.
Exactly, and like, just saying, like, really obvious things. He says things like, be true to your word.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like
obvious stuff that are more just, like, reminders.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, also, trans people aren't real.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? What are you fucking talking about?
If, like... Man, that's so funny. Like, as a shirt, if I wanted to promote it at all, which I don't, that would be such a funny.
It'd be like, make your bed and trans people aren't real.
And it's like got an asterisk, right?
Yeah.
And the and trans people aren't real is so small beneath like keep your truth.
Yeah.